to the next episode within the Dungeons and Dragons series that I have been running games. Just thought I'd do my little intro before I unmute everyone as always. So in this episode, I don't have much planned, hence the reason why there's lots of tabs up here. This is what I have got planned. We're going to be starting with the last person's third level stuff that's on here, and then we're going to continue. So I'm going to go and mute them so you get to see everything.
And lo and behold, like a 1d12 on bow and arrow, they have sharpshooter whip.
Nice way to come back into it, just mentioning sharpshooter and shit.
Yep.
So, the only thing we've got to do now is Lux, your character. We're going to be going to the night before everything's happening, so which is where we left everyone else. During your slumber, as you slip deep into your dreams, an unfamiliar presence is felt for you. Hang on.
This is actually pretty cool. Last week, Solaire gave a really good, oath. It was pretty cool.
Right, sorry about that. I am back. My little brother needed his bottle. He's 10, I'm on about a normal bottle to fill up with juice and shit like that, so... Sounds like I've got a baby brother then. Anyway, so Lux. As you slip deep into your slumber, a presence approaches, and you see the sort of bright white light surrounding a female figure. Let me just pull up... Let me just pull her up so that I've got her. Sort of longish, sort of frizzy hair, and surrounded by different creatures. Without saying a word, you see her hand sort of open, and in it a book appears. Which as she does, she raises her other hand and it floats towards you. What do you do?
I guess I reach out for it.
As you reach out to the book, making contact, you feel a strange warmth fill you that you're not quite used to. A soft voice creeps into your mind, her lips unmoving. You have chosen the way of the tomes and been able to draw upon my power to cast a few other simple spells. This book has the 3 that you desire most right now. If you need to change them, just ask.
I think the strange creature still kind of in bewilderment.
As you flip through the book, you notice sort of shadows traipsing around to your arm, whichever one you're holding it with. So if you're holding it with both, just sort of being absorbed into your hands. The book itself seems to absolve all light, but you can still read what's in it. As you take a full hold of the book, noticing the shadows, the figure just disappears, leaving behind just a series of fey creatures. Which is where your archfey stuff comes in. Because I'm good at this shit, apparently. I can do okay. So make sure that you've also got your archfey spells written down as well. Which at the moment is Fairy Fire, Sleep, Calm Emotions, Phantasmal Force, Blink, Plant Growth, Dominate Beast, and Greater Invisibility, I think. Oh no, spell level. No, so I think you'll have the Calm Emotion and Phantasmal Force ones available now.
I actually don't get those, I just have the option to.
Nope, they are added to your Warlock spell list.
Really? Okay.
Yep. It says the Archfey lets you choose from an expanded list of spells when you learn a Warlock spell. Oh yeah, so you can choose to learn them. Sorry, I've misread it slightly. No, they are spells that you are able to learn, so just make sure you mark all those down, and mark down the 3 new cantrips that you have chosen from any spell list you want from your Pact of the Tome. Anyway. The 4 of you awake the next day in the tavern here. Comfortable night's sleep has been had, so if I open up Rack's sheet, because I'll control Rack for today, as it's only the one character needing to be done.
Alright.
Bump him up to level 4. Is it... What's his dex at? Right, for now I'm just going to bump up his dex, and Connie can change that if he needs to. Just as that makes the most sense right now, with what his stats are. So you guys can put your fatigue level at well rested, and everything else, like, sort of not at the very, very top, but also your hunger, you guys are getting, like, sort of peckish and parched, as obviously night sleep, you get hungry when you wake. What is the roguish hit dice? It's a 8, isn't it?
D8.
Okay, so that's average 5, so that's an extra 8. Okay. So you guys wake the next day, and as soon as you wake, you hear like a fair amount of ruckus in the actual tavern below you. What are you guys gonna do?
Oh god.
I'm gonna head down.
Press that fucking motherfucker on this. I'm grabbing my greatsword, just dragging it down. Not even like putting it on my back, just dragging it behind me.
Just literally. Yeah, and it's leaving behind a sort of trail behind you, just sort of into the thing, like into the wooden floor. Like, it's kind of obvious which way you're walking.
Thor doesn't care. I would care, Thor doesn't.
Yeah. So as you guys get into the actual tavern itself, you notice that whereas last night it was kind of empty, this morning there's barely any room to move around. Like, it seems to be quite full. Sort of filled with festivities, and it's kind of strange.
That was just...
Hang on, yeah, go ahead.
With the greatsword. I'll put a shoulder holster it.
Is there anyone here that we have seen before?
No, it's just a lot of different people. It's kind of reminiscent of the rumours that you guys have heard of the town.
Hey, there's going to be a bit of a celebration. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, you guys were warned that there was going to be a like a party of sorts. Oh shit! I think the bard bot need. Oh no, because I need to give it permission to fucking see the channel. I'm a fucking idiot.
Oh yeah, I need to pull up my notes.
Party.
Right. Now, if I do it. Come on, work. Why are you not working? Why is the bard bot suddenly offline? Is the bard bot down for fucking... Check my other servers that I'm in. Shit. All of the bard bots are down. So, there goes the plan I had. Fuck. See if I can do it like this. How do I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to use these things. Fuck it, no music then. This is fun. Anyway, so yeah, there's a lot of ruckus down there. There's sort of music being played in the corner on a sort of little, like, it's not really a stage, but it's like sort of raised platform. As you guys come down, you are ushered to a seat. Nice roll. Yeah, you guys are sort of shown to a table where it seems to have been sort of reserved for you guys. The guy who leads you there, dwarven fellow, like most of the people that you've met so far here, about 4'9", so a smaller dwarf. Sort of very roughly kept, like very messily laid beard and hair. He just sort of like, for the guys who helped us get back into business with, well, the town in general, we've got you the one of the better seats in the place.
Thank you.
Drinks.
Drinks are still on the house, just like they were last night, just like they will be until you have to leave.
No, we have to leave, so don't drink too much.
Anyway, so today they're apparently in the main marketplace. It's not really as much of a market as usual. Apparently it's a lot of, like a festival type thing as a thank you for you guys and to help get the town back to full throttle once more.
Alright.
Yeah, so a quick side thing, because I didn't have much planned today, it was literally a case of, right, I mentioned a festival last session, we're gonna go with that. This is more of a let's get gold more than let's get XP.
Okay.
So this will be a way to get your coin purses a little bit heavier.
Alright.
If you choose. Or you can just leave the town completely and I will come up with something on the spot.
You're going in and out.
Super hard.
Like, I can... Okay. Yeah, you can either continue with the festivities or leave the town. I can figure out either.
I kind of want to try out the festivities.
Okay.
Thorn sees mayhem afoot.
Mm-hmm.
I look at Thorn, I'm like, just calm down. We don't want to start anything. This is a festival. We don't want to get in too much trouble.
Look, a festival for me means somebody will get a plaque to the face. I don't know
As long as
how,
that's it.
or when, and maybe I wanted to loosen up the screws of a carriage. That's a good idea.
So, are you just, like, happily just shouting this? Like, not even being sneaky about this?
It's more of like just like casual chat.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people around.
As you mention
that
a
probably
pie in the
want this
face...
to be-
Yeah, as you mentioned pie in the face, the dwarf looked at you and was like, well, if you want to put pies in people's faces, there is a pie eating contest on later.
There we go.
See, but that's not fun, but I'm gonna consume that. I wonder how that fellow's doing down at the regret of. Okay, so we're definitely going to the pie eating contest.
Okay. So, I'm assuming you guys are going to leave and find... so you guys have food and everything that's brought to the table for you whilst you're all having conversation. Nice meal is given. Like with everything else, it's been put on the house as you guys have did a large favour to the town. You cleared out the caves. They can now go back to their usual business. And, yeah, so after you have your food, what do you want to do?
You said there's ways to make money, so like games and stuff?
Yeah, like little games and shit.
Okay.
It's a case of I'm going to be swapping to and from like 3 different tabs.
Okay.
Our pockets are relatively light in terms of getting go for healing and other medicals, so I can a few extra pieces of gold.
Okay.
I'll do a perception check to see what kind of games there are then.
Okay, so if you want to, you don't need to roll a perception check. I was going to explain some of the ones that are there. There's a lot of people, so it's kind of hard to actually specifically look for certain things. But you do hear a mixture of people shouting about different things. You see at one end there's like an archery contest. You see arm wrestling ones, drinking contests. You see the sign-ups for the pie-eating contest. You see various stalls set up with like little card games, sleight of hand tricks and everything.
Yeah.
Like there is a lot here.
Okay.
And it is the town itself. Like it is hard to move through. I will be asking, can everyone make me a perception check?
I'm going to assume that Thorn can't see jack shit.
No, there's a lot of people. This is to see if you notice people trying to pickpocket you, and I will be honest with that one. So everyone needs to make perception checks.
Well, again, I don't think he see jack shit.
-1 on perception. I forget how bad some of these are. Let me open up Rack's sheet and make him roll one.
You lose all your worldly wealth and your dignity.
I'm not going to lie, if somebody tries to take something from our group and Thorn notices, they're going to get cunt punched.
Are you using your phone or can I borrow it for a minute?
Is Pat upstairs?
Yeah.
Pass it to Mum.
I just need to phone a taxi.
Yeah, and that's a 9 for Rack as well.
Nothing.
Okay, so this is... Okay, so you guys are really lucky. Because I just rolled a 3. So you see, whilst walking through, like, you see some people sort of looking at you guys, scoping you out, and then be like, maybe not, and just walking away. One person does attempt to steal from... Let's see. From Solaire. From your character. So yeah. So one person does attempt to steal, but it's easily seen.
Of all the people he steals from, he takes it from one of the paladins.
Oh yeah.
The conflict.
The undead paladin at that. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, so I notice it?
Everyone notices it.
What do I roll to grab their hand?
Just roll me an athletics check.
Because I'm going to be in like a bone-crushing grip.
Hey.
Nice.
Yeah. You managed to grab his hand.
I immediately stare at him, lift up my helmet, and be like, don't do it again.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna roll. You know what? No, there's no. I was gonna say there's no point rolling. He sort of pisses himself a bit. Apologizes profusely, and
I just do a heavy exhale and say, like,
yeah, and he literally runs away. Anyway, so there is a massive selection of games. What would you like to toss? Yeah. So this happens about here. So this is just before you actually get into the marketplace where everything's actually happening.
Hey, if I get decision final, they all get all scared. Oh no! Don't fight me till honor. I don't want to die. Nah, cowards.
Okay. So, there is a wide selection of games to suit pretty much anyone, I think.
That was something that Thorn would be really bad at.
I don't know, but
Pie eating.
out of all the ones that you'd probably be bad at, I would say the archery thing.
Yeah, that will be the archery thing. But you mentioned arm wrestling and...
Arm wrestling, drinking contests.
Yeah, there's a lot of things.
One that... make me a perception check for Thorn.
Come on.
That's so much ass.
That's good.
Terrible.
That is good. One that picks up his interest most. Let me find the right greatsword. Why don't you come and try my game? It's called Punch Drunk. You try and get drunk and you try and knock some fucker out. It's fun.
Hand me a drunk.
Pardon?
You hand me a drunk. Let's go.
Lovely. Right. And he seems to look around and he pulls forth a halfling fellow. Not too much taller than you, surprisingly. Like, this is a very small halfling. He's about 4 foot, so he's a fair bit taller, but he's small.
Oh god, you're a midget.
He looks at you, he's like, you can't say anything.
I'm tall for my race.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, and you notice that the guy running it just sort of pulls from under a thing and puts a flagon of ale each.
Yeah, I pound it.
So, for this, I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw. Yeah,
Nice.
you are good. And this guy would probably have that. No, that's not a 5. So roll d20 plus 5. Yeah. So you both take down this this flagon of ale, look at each other. The halfling is like, you first. Roll me an unarmed attack, so it's a d20 plus strength.
Okay. No proficiency?
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a strength check now.
Hang on. Oh. Yeah.
Jesus.
You punch, and he's just sort of... You hurt your hand more than you hurt his face. He's then going to reply with a punch. 19. Does that hit your armor class?
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah. And he sort of... Big hook to the face. I need you to roll me another Constitution saving throw. Yeah, you're good. And you sort of feel it sort of proper... Oh, that was... bloody good punch. The Goliath looks at you both, grins, and pulls out 2 more flagons of ale.
Oh, here we go. Pound.
Round 2. So, con save. Yeah, you're good. So, you see, as this halfling takes his second one, he puts it down and he sort of...
I'm taking your key. I'll leave the door open.
Okay.
I don't know where I've put mine.
Alright. That one is yours, or Meg's, 'cause I've got mine up here. Hang on.
Oh no, it's next door. I've got. I don't know where.
Absolute rubbish.
Part of me wants to rage and punch this guy. Other part of me realizes that'd be a waste of a rage.
Exactly.
But the
But hey, you do what you want to do, man. Yeah, exactly. He wouldn't. He really wouldn't.
He wouldn't have. My thing is a punch of Divine Fury proc as well.
My mum needed a
fine.
key. Anyway, so you see as the halfling puts down this thing, he sort of starts to go a bit dizzy. Punch me. Okay, yeah. So that's... he would normally have a +5, but when he fails that, he gets a -2, so it's +3. Yeah.
Yeah, not bad.
He manages, like, as you punch him, it's sort of... He looks at you, and it seems to have sobered him up a bit. His turn.
Right here.
It's a 20 total. Roll me
Yeah.
a con save. Yeah, you're still doing fine. He sort of hits you and you just sort of grin. And you're starting to feel where each punch is landing already. Like, he's got a really good fucking punch. The Goliath looks at you both. Round 3. The halfling nods.
Hell yeah, brother! I'm wasted now.
Oh no, this is even better. So hang on, he gets a +5 on that for his save. Yeah. As you put this third drink down, your vision's going really blurry. but the halfling looks to be dealing with this perfectly fine. Go on, punch me again. This one, you take away 2 from whatever you roll for your strength check.
That's fair. But here's the thing.
In fact, no, with a natural 1, I'd say take away 3.
He has a bit of the drinks in him. No longer cares from a rage.
Alright. So, it doesn't affect the to hit, but it will affect the DC for him for saving of being knocked out.
Yeah, and I'll go ahead and make a reckless punch.
Okay, so roll a strength check with advantage, taking 3 from the highest.
So that'll be a 14.
Roll again. So a 14.
And that'll be a 10.
So yeah, 14. You punch him and like you manage to connect still. Like each one is easily connecting as no one's dodging punches. This is just for how well you get the punch off.
Yeah.
It's plus because the alcohol it's a +4. Yeah. And with that punch, he just goes out cold. Natural 1, motherfucker. Shit. And as you say that, you also pass out from the alcohol, from that natural 1 con save on these drinking.
Hit me again!
Hit me again, punches. Goes at yourself. You sort of... a couple of seconds pass and the Goliath chucks some water over you both. You wake up and he hands you he slides over 5 gold.
Hell yeah!
Next time if you want to place a bet, you can have a bit more money earned that way. First one was on the house because of we've been told that you were the guys who helped get this up and running again.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't want to keep the fun away from other people. Who wants to hit me?
The halfling's like,
group.
I'll take another punch.
The halfling?
Yeah, the halfling's going to be like one last punch just because he can.
Okay.
Nope. He hits you. Can you make me... like? Are you avoiding the hit or are you letting him hit? Actually, he gets advantage because you're reckless on the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm going to take the hit anyway, so...
Okay, so that would be a 9 total. So make me a con save. Literally, DC's 9. Yeah, you're good. You sort of punch him. It feels good having these punches because don't forget you are raging as well, so you're resistant.
Ooh, that was fun.
Yeah. And the halfling just sort of stumbles away, rubbing his face from where that last punch connected.
Is there like sparkle of I did it all raise to my divine fury product? Is there just like radiant energy like popping
Oh
off
yeah,
from
like
there?
he's got like a glowing, like a white glow on his face, mixed with red from blood.
I'll take my 5 gold back and go back to the group. I
Yeah.
got paid!
Okay.
Are you satisfied, Thorn?
Problem is I don't have pockets.
Yeah. There's a lot of different games that you can go for. So after that one, there's obviously the standard you know the cup and ball tricks. You see them. You see. Let me scroll through again. Fire juggling, it gives you a chance to juggle balls of fire. Bear wrestling's one there.
I asked Solaire and Iaya. Y'all have anything y'all are interested in doing?
I'm not sure yet. I'm just gonna keep on the sidelines and look at stuff.
Alright, yeah, so there's plenty of different things that can be done.
I'll go with the bear wrestling.
Okay. So,
What the
do
hell?
me a favour and roll me a D10. Okay, 5.
Why?
So as you get there, you see a brown bear waiting. I need to pull up the
Okay.
stats for a brown bear.
Oh god, brown bears.
Yeah. You there, you want to fight this bear, I'm guessing?
Yes.
20 gold is the buy-in price. You win, you take home 100. You lose, we keep your gold.
Fair enough.
Okay. So as you give him the 20 gold, he's like, right, the brown bear here is for you, I think. And with that, I'm going to need you to roll me initiative. Hang on.
I need to pull
Yeah, hang on, my cat's being a fucking loud bitch. Timbo, shut up. Anyway, okay, so so the ring itself, I'm gonna just like draw one just on this page because I can.
Okay.
It's about that. With the bear sort of there, you sort of enter this side, yeah, about there. So up first is you. Right. So this is, as you walk in, it's sort of like, right, I'm gonna need. Actually, with you can keep your weapons. Let's go. And you're up first. So, what do you want to do?
Is this like actual wrestling, or is this like just a regular fight?
Oh, this is. Let me quickly check it properly. Yeah, unarmored bear. Yeah, it's sort of wrestling, so it's like grapples only, if possible, please.
Oh, okay. All right.
German suplex.
I'll go up and try to grapple it.
Okay, so make me an athletics check, please. Yeah.
Damn.
Natural 20 on its thing. So as you go to sort of grapple it, it sort of literally bats your hand away. It kind of hurts, like, but luckily the claws, you notice that the claws have been cut off. Like, it doesn't have claws. It is then going to attempt to grapple you. So athletics or acrobatics. Okay. So 15. Yeah. Just let me check the actual rules. So. Yeah. So you manage to sort of, as it goes to sort of literally bear hug you, you manage to reverse it around and pin it to the floor. I'm going to need another athletics.
But it's not grappled, I just...
It's classed as grappled, like you're classing as grappling each other, it's just you're currently the one that's on top of the grapple, yeah. You're sort of trying to pin him down for a couple of rounds, so... another athletics check, please. Yeah, so it sort of tries to wriggle out, but you're just holding this fucker down. Another one. Ooh.
Yep.
Okay, with this one, as you sort of, you feel good about this, you're like, I've got this. Just a few more seconds, oh shit. And then suddenly the bear's on top of you. Another check.
God, no, I'm not Leonardo DiCaprio, no.
The complete reverse of that first check. Yeah, you're like, as it goes back on you, like you sort of, you see the bear get overconfident somehow, and you use that sort of, like the momentum that it took to get you over to sort of literally roll back around and start pinning the bear again. Another check, please.
Alright.
Yeah. It's, you kind of notice that it's starting to, it looks like it's starting to give up, but at the same time, it's still trying to put up a bit of a fight, but it's not happening. One more.
Huh.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. Evenly matched.
Just roll me a d20. We'll just do a standard d20 for this one. Yeah, you're good. You so, as you manage to keep it down for this, like, this third round in a row, like, this has easily been a good 20 seconds that you've kept this bear down now. The Minotaur steps in, pulls you apart, and raises your hand and puts in a coin purse of 100 gold in your hand. We seem to have a winner here, right? Who's next then? And he just sort of fobs you off as if nothing happened.
Be gone, but
Begone, bish.
Hey, good job. Anybody else want to try it?
I thereby give each of everybody else here probably about 6 gold apiece, so 6, 12, 18, 24.
All this? All the 40s you picked up.
Yeah.
It'd be 24. You notice Juggernaut is not there. Like, Juggernaut is nowhere to be seen.
Right.
So it's just the other 4 members.
Alright.
So I'll put
So I
down
give each
6.
of them 6.
Okay, I'll put that in racks. Yeah, so that's the bear fight.
Can I try that painting?
The what?
The painting.
I didn't say anything about painting.
Painting.
I think you missed what he said. He said there was like an archery thing.
Yeah,
I think he
archery,
said,
yeah.
Archery. I think you said art. I'll play archer then.
Okay. So as you go to the archery, you notice there are 5 targets set up. You are handed a short bow and 3 arrows. Right, 5 gold buy-in. You gain then 5 gold per target that you can actually hit. And you notice that the way they're laid out, like the first one's like they're sort of placed, and I'll sort of give you numbers so you know. You're sort of placed about here, where I'm about to draw a circle. Got 1, 2, 3. That was a really bad 3. 4. And the 5th one seems to be a lot smaller of a target. So, sort of distance. And you notice the 4th one is probably out of the usual range of a short bow.
Okay.
It's like, right, 5 gold buy-in, you get 3 attempts per target, 5 gold per target you hit.
Let's do it then.
Okay, so if you want to put yourself a short bow into your... do you have proficiency with a short bow?
Yes.
Okay, so if you want to roll an attack with a short bow, which means it's plus dexterity plus proficiency.
I actually have it right here.
Yep, so if you want to...
+5. I'll add the +5 next time.
Was that the natural 20 just rolled, or is it 16 rolled?
It was 20.
Yeah, so your first shot, you get a perfect bullseye, and everyone around you just sort of looks really impressed. You notice him slide that 5 gold onto a separate, into a separate little pile. Right, target 2. And he hands you a new arrow to give you your 3 arrows back. 20, yeah. That manages to hit. So you manage to hit it, not as good as you hit the first one, but you still manage to get a good hit, and he slides another 5 gold over. He hands you a new arrow to make sure you still got 3. Target 3, roll of an attack. Yeah. As if you knew you know how to use one of these, so you know what you're doing, and you manage to again hit not directly bullseye, but just a bit above on target 3. Target 4, roll with disadvantage. That's 2 16s. Yeah.
Good shot.
And again, just as easy as the others, you notice that this is a little bit further out of range than you're used to, so you aim up ever so slightly and manage to hit the target perfectly. He then slides more gold over, putting the pile at 20. He's like, right, this last one's a lot smaller, it's a lot harder to hit.
Yeah?
Roll your attack.
Red one.
You got stuff all over the floor. I don't want bugs in here.
Oh, that one
15.
misses.
So you go to fire and you're like, you sort of get a little bit over cocky, you go to fire and you just sort of straight miss. Second attempt.
Ooh.
Upon realising where your error was, you sort of take a deep breath in, hold your breath ever so slightly, release, and hit perfectly in the very centre. The crowd around you sort of cheers, and you are handed over the 25 gold.
Bravo.
Sweet. I return to the party with my menu cash.
Bravo. Good job.
Yeah. So yeah, whilst you're walking through, you see like various card games and like, you know, like little party tricks sort of thing. Like you have like your little magicians. I put air quotes over that, but you can't see them obviously. Like some people with like, you see like 4 different cup and ball stands. You see different little card games and everything, including like the standard higher or lower card game, in which I have an actual deck that I'll be using if you want to go to any of the card games.
Quick aside.
Yep.
Is there like an orphanage, or I know that temple is pretty close, but is there like an orphanage anywhere nearby in the city?
Perception check, or well, no, it would be investigation for looking for it specifically, like asking around.
All right. 4. Nope.
It's kind of too noisy for anyone to hear what you're saying. Most people just sort of look at you as if you said, "I'm an orphan," and sort of fobbed you off. You don't know.
I'm Oliver Twist, bitch.
Yeah, so what would you guys like to do next?
I'm just gonna go to the temple. I'm gonna give a donation of 20 gold, while whoever's gonna go next is gonna do their thing.
All right. So who wants to do what?
I'm pretty sure Thor's just going to start heading toward the pie eating contest at this point, if everyone else has done their thing.
Still have 1 left.
Yeah.
You know, you guys aren't limited to 1 activity each, right?
Well, I just don't want to do multiple things in a row without everyone else having a turn. That's selfish.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, so if Solar wants to do something, that's...
Like a card game or whatever.
Card game, cup and balls, there's... let me have a look through these.
Okay, Solar shows your poker face, pulls up the visor. Oh, God.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh my God, it's Lady Gaga.
Yeah, there's an assortment of things to be done, and if you've ever been to like a festival and stuff, and you know like the standard festival shit that you get in these sort of things, if I don't actually have how one would work, I will figure it out. So if you want to literally do something, it will probably be there.
Mm-hmm.
But if something I haven't got planned, you'll just have to roll to see if you can find it.
Right.
So, or are you just going to go to the pie contest?
I am going to go to a pie contest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to zoom.
And so it begins.
So, in the centre of the marketplace, there is an actual centre stage, sort of makeshift set out. Upon it is a long, quite a long table with about 8 seats across it. You see a sign sort of resting against the table. Pie eating contest, 20 gold entry fee, winner gets the pot. So if there's a full round of set of people, then that would be 160 gold, so on and so forth.
What kind of someone at it? I'm down.
Okay, so you go up, and it's at one end of the table there is like a very tall minotaur, and at the other end there is a dwarf, both sort of shouting, saying, "Step right up, come and join whatever," and shit like that. I can't be asked to be creative today. I'm tired. Just you know your standard shit that you hear at these sort of things. As you approach, you hand the 20 gold buy-in price. You take one of the few remaining seats, and it seems to be that there is a full. If anyone else wants to join, there is a couple of spaces. Or is it just Thorn going?
I'll join. Yeah. I'll join.
I'm not
Looks
there.
fun.
Okay. So, 20 gold. Mark off 20 gold for now. For the two that are actually going in. And you see the last seat gets taken by a few different people. So, along the line, you see a total of 2 Goliaths. It would be 2 Goliaths, 3 Dwarves, and Thorn, the halfling that you fought earlier, is also on the table.
Oh, I cannot lose to him. I can lose to any of these motherfuckers. Maybe not Ayaya, but that halfling, no, we got that blood already.
Right, give me a second to actually get my dice, because this is going to be a lot more rolls I have to make. So I'd rather have these ones, because I've got a few d20 that I can roll at the same time on my bed. Right, I say on my bed. They won't be being rolled on the bed. And a book to roll them on for a flat surface. Okay, because I've got to roll 6. So, as the table gets filled, you notice that a pie is put in front of each of you. The Minotaur at one end starts a loud countdown going 3, 2, 1. He puts his hand down, and you hear like a thunder wave go as to start. I'm going to need Constitution saving throws from both of you that are there, please.
Oof! I don't know why I rolled twice, but oof!
Oh, okay, so Thorn. You notice, like, as you finish this first pie, you sort of feel really queasy and sort of have to step back from the table on the first round. Along with the halfling and 2 of the dwarves.
Fuck you, halfling, I still didn't lose to you.
Looks, however, Aya, you handle it perfectly.
Don't lose, Aya!
The 4 people that are all out, they sort of have their table, they sort of have their places cleared, and you all move into the central 4 seats. Another pie is placed in. This one, so the first pie was very fruity. This one, you look at it and it smells very meaty already. I need another Constitution saving throw, please. Okay. The smell of the meat sort of makes the what did I say? Oh yeah, the Goliath on the end sort of throw up. He then leaves the table. It's now down to 3 of you. Another pie is placed, and this one's a lot larger than the other 2. Need another Constitution saving throw, please. Sorry, the other dwarf and Goliath.
Oh.
And with that, looks, you manage to eat this pie. You get about halfway through it, and to stop yourself from throwing up, you just push the pie away, unable to finish it. Both the remaining Goliath and the remaining dwarf, though, they both handle it perfectly fine with a natural 19 and a natural 18. Let's see who's actually going to win this. Yeah, it's the dwarf who ends up winning.
Nice.
However, you are handed a pouch full of 40 gold for getting 3rd. So you made a little bit. You doubled your money. Yeah, so you notice the large coin purse containing 160 gets handed to the dwarven fellow. A smaller coin purse, which you don't know how much it contains, is given to the Goliath, and then the one with 40 is handed to Ayaya. So I rolled 2 natural ones on that first round. My rolls went 1, 1, 5, 16, 13, and then 17. That's why they all went out fast. Then round 2 I rolled a natural 1, and then obviously the 19 and the 18. And then round 3 was a natural. Then to find out who it was, I just was like, standard D20, whoever gets the highest. It was a 16 and a 3.
Ah.
So that was literally just a case of standard roll, see which one gets higher.
If I recall correctly, last episode, or the one before, someone was asking about maybe like a fighting pit, and he said it wouldn't be open until the festival.
Ah, yes.
The
fight pit. That is not in the marketplace. That is usually in the south of Kiroldur. That's usually with the dingier people.
Ah, okay. Low class.
Yeah. It's one of those... Everyone stays away from it unless you know you can handle yourself.
Right. This is out of... I felt something there. I was just asking this out of character.
Yeah, and it was last session that we mentioned it.
Okay.
Good job, I'm gonna slap you on the back. Kind of holding you back. Oh, this is real good.
As you sort of pat him on the back, you do throw up a bit more. And looks, make me another con save as he pats you on the back.
Damn it!
Oh, come on, got this, come on.
Yeah, you're perfectly fine. Perfectly fine.
Somebody can hold the liquor.
It's not even liquor, that was pies.
That means
pie.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can hold my liquor, however, pie.
Pie, not so
That's
much.
a different story. What was the layer doing this whole time?
I don't know, what was he doing this whole time? Also later.
Solaire?
I don't think Solaire.
Yeah.
Solaire's here, but not here.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, unfortunately, I've just had my text saying to go and meet my friend for drinks now.
Oh,
Okay.
So, I will plan something proper for next session. And I'll also try and flush out a bit more of the town so that you've actually got stuff to do in the town as well as outside the town. But yeah, for that we're going to leave that there with a few different things happening, a few, well, less important things. Yeah,